Hello, everybody. Welcome to Make It Monday. We are doing Sashiko today.
Yay!
So Amy and Jim here, and this is what we're doing. I'm going to pull up a little closer so you can see.
And that's using pretty much a built-in machine stitch.
Yes, absolutely. So, in full disclosure, the sample was made by Chris Dolinar, our favorite Janome educator. And so Jim and I were talking about doing the Sashiko. It looks like handwork, right?
Yeah.
It's Japanese form of quilting, and it's stunning. But I don't have the capacity for handwork. And Baby Lock does make a Sashiko only machine. What it does is, it looks like handwork. So it's got we're kind of like a blind hand where it's a hook, it pulls through. But most of you don't know you have that stitch on your machine. And so if you have a computerized machine, hi Donna,
hi Dorothy. And with like the right thread, you can simulate that same look on the machine you already have.
Right. So so before Jim gets started with our little demo, everybody's popping on here.
Hey Susan.
So popping on, we're doing Sashiko, right? And so basically you're just going to trace your pattern on, but we have some big news, right? So those of you who signed up for the cutaway bow class, right, on the hemline, the side bow class, if you didn't already get the memo, the recorded classes are up. I'm still going to do the live class in December, but they, this is the other one that I did. They are ready to go. So if you don't want to wait, there's two different bows there.
So they can watch this afternoon.
Two different bows, right? Two different bows. And there's 5 classes. I just uploaded another class today. Wow. Which I'm sorry, looking at my computer. I guess we're live. Are we live, Jim?
Yeah.
No.
We're live.
So I can post the links. But anyhow, the class is only $15.
Hi, Jane.
Multi-formats, 2 bows, and 5 videos that go into using templates for placement. Wow. Goes into, and there's a video there just if you have a scanner or a camera. Most people don't, but how to use templates and placement and that kind of thing. So there's Designs by Juju's coming out with a whole collection of different things you can use. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And there we are. So I'm going to post a link for the class so you can watch the class. So that's anyhow. So it's a lot of fun with that. And the other big news is the Easy Gifts celebration is going wild. I can't talk and post at the same time. So hopefully, there we go. I'll put the link
so actually the bow class is ready to go.
Oh, there's Reen's watching the bow class now. Reen,
Great, Reen.
I do cover every detail because yes, I know there's 1,000 YouTube videos to everything, but I really go in depth with how you do marking and how you do the templates are even included. You can print a template if you don't have software.
And like you said, everybody has their own way, but we only have one Amy that does it her way.
Well, Amy doesn't mean it's right because Amy does it that way. All right, James. Yes, Donna, this technique works on anything, t-shirts, anything that you're willing to do. There's a way to treat cotton, so you can do it on that too.
Yeah.
So. All right, James, what do you got since we're doing Sashiko
Okay,
today?
well, I guess I'll go over to the machine. Whoops. There we go. Okay, and basically the machine setup is that you're going to pick the Sashiko stitch on your machine, and basically what the stitch does, that the machine will take a stitch forward and it goes backward, and as it goes backward, it pulls the bobbin thread to the top. So the machine is already programmed to loosen up the bobbin tension.
All right, so I'm going to make you crazy.
Okay.
And I'm going to move the camera so they can see the stitch.
Okay.
All right, so I don't know that.
Let's just go heavy moving that one.
We're on the Janome M17 and only weighs about 422 pounds. Let's see if we can get that in the shot. So you can see a little bit what it does is it has like a triple stitch in a space, a triple stitch in a space, a triple stitch in a space. Now on the Janome machines, they have a menu that you can choose these decorative stitches. But I know on Brother, Baby Lock, other Janomes, it's just there. You don't know that it's there.
Yeah.
So you're going to see like a double or a triple line in a space, a double, triple line in a space. But the big thing with this is setting up your machine. So we are spoiled the fact that This machine is automatic.
Yeah.
Right. We understand that. So what you can do is what it requires more than anything is a different bobbin case or a tighter bobbin case. The premise of this, sorry, Jim, I just messed him up so bad.
Well, let's try to get a better shot.
Let's put on me so we don't make him dizzy. There we go. Well,
that would have made him really dizzy.
Now we're gonna make him really dizzy. Totally just round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just took the camera off the stand. So I'm screwing up today. Oh, Miss Pat. Okay. So anyhow, while Jim's doing that, so how this works is you put like a heavier, like an embroidery thread in your bobbin, and you put clear thread on top. And you have to really crank up your upper tension if your machine is not, what do I want to say, not automatic.
Not
programmed for this, right? So what happens is that upper tension yanks that bobbin thread to the top, and then it looks like it skips a stitch, but the clear thread melts into your fabric. So you really see all the thread on top. It's really illusion. I don't say delusion. I was going to say delusional. It's a
nice illusion.
It's a nice illusion. All right, Jim. Well, there we go.
There
we can see now.
Okay, we can see now.
Oh my gosh. Dorothy, the blue dot case for Janome. Ugh. I don't want to say yes or no at the moment. So I know with like, hello, Lynn. So we miss you too, girl. What was I going to say? So the bobbin cases, like you can purchase, I have an extra bobbin case that I use just to tweak the tension any way I want to take it. The bobbin case doesn't change, the upper tension changes.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting a full stitch, you can use your embroidery bobbin. No, your sewing bobbin case. So Sandy, the M7, yes, it's the same thing we're doing here. Your M7 has it, the M8 has it. A lot of the machines have it. I would say from $1,000 up, you probably have this stitch on your machine. So anyhow, we'll let Jim stitch.
Okay.
So since I'm
and then I got clear thread on my needle, and in my bobbin, like Amy was saying, you may want to put like a heavier thread, like your embroidery thread. And I didn't have any available, and that could be your case too at home, where you go to do it and it's like, I don't have that thread that they use. Well, what I did was I wound my bobbin with 2 strands of regular sewing machine thread to give me the heaviness that I wanted to look. And it's pretty much winding your bob the normal way, except you just put a second thread through the bobbin. And I'm just going to sew, and I have my machine set at a medium speed. I don't want to go too fast. And as you can see, it's doing that forward, backward, forward motion. Just like that.
And you're using a flat foot, right? You're using
I'm using my 8 foot, which is what they recommend. And I'm going really slow now, so you can see how the fabric is being pushed forward, backward, and forward. Like now it's going backward to do that bobbin stitch up, and now it's like tying it in place as it goes forward again.
Yes, Jane. They call it a hand quilting stitch. So I say the Sashiko's a stretch because it's all, Tracy. Well, you made it to make it Monday, not the Friday. But we're glad you're here, Tracy. Oh my gosh. We learned that from Jim at Nashville. We learn a lot from Jim.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So did you use your scissors?
No, I didn't.
No.
I didn't, because I noticed that clear thread is very dense, heavy, and my thread cutter may not like it.
Yes. So that's perfect.
So notice I just held. I'm holding here at the end of that seam so those stitches aren't distorted, and I can pull it, and then I'll go ahead and cut it with my scissors. And then what I may do is just pull the threads inside of the fabric to hide it.
Yeah.
Because you can't back stitch.
Right. But look how cool that looks. This is beautiful top stitching, like on a, like I can see a white blouse with black thread that looks, really kind of high end.
Yeah.
And even a ready-made blouse, it's a detail you can add to anything. So
thank you, Chris Dolinar.
Chris Dolinar, we just gave you credit for these samples. Look how beautiful that is. So Chris is our beautiful Janome educator, and she's coming to the store actually, I think on the 30th, Saturday after Thanksgiving, to do an M17 class. So we're excited about that. So we were inspired by her gorgeous sample
And if you never tried it, this is the perfect time of year to make pot holders for like gifts or just for your home, and do that, like sample different techniques and patterns on it.
Right. I'm going to nix the pot holder thing because as soon as you put something hot on there, it's going to melt the thread.
Well, if you have a high quality of the polyester, it will take the heat.
Very good. Thank you, Jim. Because it's well, you may have some old nylon thread in your box at home. Pitch it.
That's the, yeah.
Yes. Pitch it and go get the new polyester thread.
Yeah, if your spool of thread came on a piece of cardboard with a shrink wrap over it, that one you want to put in the garbage.
Yes.
Because it's like Amy said, it's nylon and the heat will affect it. It will actually shrink. So even if you put it in the dryer, it's going to shrink up. Yes. So you don't want to use the nylon thread. You want to use the polyester.
Yes. So pitch the old stuff. What brand are we using? I think Madeira, Wonderfil.
This is Metler.
This is Metler. They have a good polyester thread. It's still clear, but the old nylon stuff was brutal. You know, we all like, oh, we're going to do nylon thread and we're going to quilt our quilt. And the first thing time it snips and the whole dang thing comes apart, right?
And one thing too, I would mention, like on the Janome M17 that we're using, there's like a little hook that you just take your thread and pass it through. I would actually put it through the eye and then the hook,
right, like a double
because it likes to come off. So that way it'll keep it in place.
It's swirly.
Because it's very spirally.
Yeah, Chris said stitch 31 in your Janome 3160, which I will tell you is a little travel machine. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. And with the bobbin, what I did was, since I didn't have a heavier thread, I wound the bobbin with 2 strands of regular sewing machine thread.
Right, start over. You took 2 strands and wound it on one bobbin.
I've
never done that.
Yeah. So basically, since my M17, well, your M17.
That's my M17.
I don't have an M17, but if I did, I would put a spool of thread on each of the spool holders, go up through the telescope inlet, down through the guides, around the bobbin winder, and to the bobbin, holding both threads to wrap it around, and then engage it. But I would slow down the bobbin winder because it's doing 2 strands.
You should slow your bobbin winder down anyway. That's a whole different discussion.
And then the slit fell up. Okay, granted, your bobbin isn't going to last as long because you have that heavier thread in it, but it produces such a nice stitch, and it's not too heavy for your tensions.
Right. So Donna asked, what about using a rayon thread? And embroidery thread works great.
Yeah.
Right. 40 weight embroidery thread.
And usually with the rayon, you're going to have a little bit of a sheen to it. So if you want that little extra glitz, that'll work great.
Right. Exactly.
Especially for the holidays.
Yeah. All right. So I posted the links for the bow shirt, the embroidery, the cutaway bow shirt. And there's another one, and it's a different type of sweatshirt. It's not the cutaway bow, but we are doing something really exciting. I'm just going to tell you, it involves organza and a sweatshirt. Now, easy gifts, whether you join virtual or whether you join us here in the store, which we love. So there's at least 9, I'm guessing there's going to be close to 10 easy gifts to make and patterns. So one of them is this little bauble bag. See how round it is, how cute it is. And speaking of squirrels, look at my zipper pull. It's a little squirrel. I love that. This is something that I came up with, just a cute little felt bag. Sharon's working on this really like nice double tea towel apron. There is an embroidered sweatshirt. There's something for everybody. It's sewing, quilting, embroidery, everybody. Something for everybody. So I posted the links. You can come virtual, watch it virtual, and everything's a download. If you come in the store, you get a USB with all the projects on it, plus fun and snacks. And can't offer you a snack virtually, but
maybe a little comic relief.
Maybe a little comic relief. So go check out the bow class at amysews.com if you want to do that. That is machine embroidery. Behind me, there is a cut work neckline with Holly, which is just straight up sewing. The scan and cut files are there. So we're excited. It's my favorite day of the year where I get to gift everybody all these amazing projects that you can make for your friends and family. So, all right, Tia, we all good, everybody? Everybody thanks. Oh, thank you. You're welcome, Lori. And thank you, Chris, for popping on.
Thank you, Chris.
Girl. You're welcome anytime. You know that. So, all right, everybody, have a terrific day because the more you know,
the more you sew.